Hey there everyone, Erin Elizabeth Wells here with your Insights video, and I want to start by just sharing a story with you guys. So when I was about 21, I had this wonderful opportunity to spend 4 months traveling around pretty much all of Western Europe and Scandinavia. It was 18 countries in 4 months. And I learned so much. It was such an amazing experience. I was traveling solo, it was me, my backpack, my little roller bag, and I was entirely choosing my own itinerary, going wherever I was in the mood to go. And you know, it was such a joy to have had the experience at all. And it taught me a really important lesson that has been so valuable to us now that we're a digital nomad family. Because what I remember in particular, there are many memories, but one very important one was a particular day where I was in Copenhagen. Now, I had been on the road for about 3 months by this point in time. I'd started in France, gone through Portugal and Spain and Italy, Switzerland, Austria, all the way to Germany, and now I was up in Denmark and spending some time in Copenhagen. And after 3 months fast traveling, I was generally staying in any individual location for 2-3 days up to a week. That was about it. I was done. I was utterly done. I was so completely tired out. And this was really my first genuine experience of what a lot of people refer to as travel burnout. And here I was in Copenhagen. I think I'd been there maybe a day, and I had absolutely zero desire to go out and do anything. All I wanted to do, I was in the middle of reading for the first time as an adult, The Lord of the Rings. And I'm reading, I'm in the section where Frodo and Sam are wandering through Mordor, which if you've ever read the book is essentially the most boring section of the book. And I'm a fan. It's the most boring section of the book. And all I wanted to do was sit on this couch on a screened-in porch in Copenhagen in early August and read. Because the idea of going out and talking to people, you know, being a stranger in a crowd, the whole thing, I just had nothing left. I was all done. And what that day, that moment taught me is that fast travel is a joy. It's an absolute delight. It's a pleasure, and there's a limit. There's a point at which you just want to stop and rest and do nothing for a while. And so what's amazing about my memory of that moment and what it's taught me since then is the fact that I know and I learned that while fast travel is amazing, doing it in smaller bouts is better for me. And slow travel is in fact a much more sustainable way to have what's often referred to as a traveling lifestyle. So fast forward, here I am almost 20 years later, and we have been a digital nomad family for over a year. And what I know for sure is that slow travel is the way to make this lifestyle work long term. So if you're constantly changing locations, constantly changing places, there's a point at which you hit a wall. And that's why I'm going to make the case that slow travel is the way to have a sustainable traveling lifestyle. So if that's what you're looking for, the idea is to find what version of that works for you. Now, in order to really understand what slow traveling is, you may be interested in reading the blog post that went live on my website for this week. You can find it at chosencourse.com/travel lifestyle. And I basically identified kind of 6 different models. You know, talk about business models. These are travel models for how you can approach having more travel in your life. And if you look at those, you'll get a better sense of which ones you have done and maybe which ones you might be interested in trying. So I really encourage you to go take a look at that and see what feels right for you. What could slow travel look like for you? And the models don't just include slow travel, it's the whole range, it's the whole story. But what could slow travel look like for you if you really do want to create a sustainable traveling lifestyle? Is it a month in a place, 3 months, 6 months, a year? What is it? For us, our golden spot we've discovered right now, who knows, this may change, but our golden spot at the moment is about 4 months. We've figured out that that's really a good length of time to land and have enough time to really nose around and look around at the world and be able to really enjoy it before we start wrapping things up and start moving on to our next nice place. So I hope that this has been a useful little insight for you and a valuable story. It was one of my personal, memories of life, lessons learned, and I actually do have some photos from that original trip to Europe, including a photo of that specific porch in Copenhagen that you can see if you go to chosencourse.com/travel lifestyle. So I hope that will be helpful to you. If this has been a good video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, put any comments, tell me what your preferred travel model is right here in the comments, and I will look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.